In Iran today, anti-government protesters are clashing with police during ceremonies marking the 31st anniversary of the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Witnesses say riot police fired paintballs after protesters began chanting at a gathering near where President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad delivered a speech. Reza Pahlavi, son of the late Shah of Iran, was 19 years old when the government overthrow forced his family to flee the country. He has been an outspoken advocate for democracy in his homeland. Reza Pahlavi joins us now from Paris. And Reza, first of all, what do you make of the demonstrations and the clashes today?
Hello, David. Well, obviously, as expected, we know that such orchestrated demonstrations would be planned by the regime, oddly enough, early in the day, so they would give enough time from some of the participants being members of their own security forces to then be dispatched to other places to confront the opposition demonstrators. I heard a quick mention of the color pellets fired at the demonstrators so they could be identified later. Thank God the counter tactic by our opponents were to wear several coats so they would dispose of one or use another one, so those color pellets would be ineffective and therefore they won't be able to be identified.
As far as Iran's foreign policy and how the world will deal with it, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad used today to declare that Iran is a nuclear state. They made the announcement a few days ago that they're going to step up their enrichment of uranium. Should the West believe Ahmadinejad that they're making progress, or should we be skeptical?
Look, I don't think the real point is whether or not this regime will be capable or not, because it's a matter of time. The real question should be, can it be trusted? And the whole issue that concerns everyone, Iranians and international observers combined, is the fact how could you possibly, given the track record of this regime after 30 years, as the first and foremost sponsor of terrorism and radicalism, could be ever trusted with such technology? This is why everybody is up in arms about its true intentions and what needs to be done.
Reza, if Iran were to develop a nuclear weapon, do you think they would use it?
Let's understand why they would want to have this nuclear deterrent in their hands. Their ultimate goal has always been survival by means of having regional hegemony under that equalizer and maintaining a low level of conflict whereby conventional military forces of the West could not outgun them, and they could continue basically maintaining their networks of radical extremists around the globe and have their fingers all over the place, from Kabul to Baghdad to Palestine to Beirut and elsewhere. Now, I think on the reverse, you would have to consider that the best alternative, not just to Iranians, but for the whole world, is ultimately a democratic outcome. A democratic Iran committed to peace and stability would not be pursuing nuclear weapons and proliferation. On the contrary, it may serve as a reversal of this threat, which would be in the interest of all, our neighbors and the whole world at large.
Reza Pahlavi, son of the former Shah of Iran, joining us from Paris. And Reza, thanks for being with us today.